There's a plot to stop Brexit. Hartley Brewer in heated row with Remainer Lord Falconer. Tory rebel Dominic Grieve has faced criticism after being spotted at the European Commission's Smith Square HQ in London on Tuesday along with anti-Brexit campaigner Alastair Campbell. Speaking on TalkRadio, Lord Falconer said criticism following the former Attorney General's meeting with the European Commission is absolute rubbish. He said, "What is this? Are you not allowed to go to speak to the European Commission now? Is that against the law?" Hartley Brewer said, "I'm just wondering whether you were at the meeting and what happened at it." Lord Falconer said, "I was not, no. What is the implication you are drawing? I am not clear." Hartley Brewer said, "I think the implication that is being drawn by many is that there is a plot to stop Brexit from happening." In response, the Labour peer blasted, "What do you mean a plot to stop Brexit? Tell me what. I don't understand what you mean. This idea that it is illegal for people like Lord Dykes to go and talk to the European Commission seems such nonsense to me. It's an overwritten anti-sensible debate about the European Union and how we leave it. God. It really sours the debate, don't you think? Your language-plot conspiracy makes the debate so difficult." Hartley Brewer hit back, saying, "I would suggest the debate gets difficult when people are trying to undermine the will of the British people as expressed in the referendum 2 years ago." Lord Falconer demanded an example and, in response, Hartley Brewer said, "To be fair, one of the people in the meeting, Alastair Campbell, has stated quite clearly that we should stop Brexit." The Labour peer hit back and said, "What on earth? You've got to explain when you go to the European Commission because otherwise Hartley Brewer says there's a plot. I think it's ridiculous." Lastly, Hartley Brewer reminded the Remainer peer that it is not just her claiming there is a plot to thwart Brexit among Remainers. Tory rebel Dominic Grieve rejected the criticism following his meeting with the European Commission and told the Press Association his meeting was not to conspire with anybody. He said, "They asked me to go along and explain something about what was going on in Parliament, just as I go and talk to all sorts of groups. If I was invited by an audience that was interested in the issue that were leavers I would go as well. We live in a democratic country where people engage with all sorts of people." Sir Bill Cash, the chairman of the Commons European Scrutiny Committee, said, "It's clear that Mr. Grieve is consorting with those people who are all intent on reversing Brexit. It makes his claim that he is trying to be helpful to the government transparent nonsense." Former Conservative leader Ian Duncan Smith added, "I'm surprised if he is meeting with a whole load of people whose sole purpose is to stop Brexit when he has said it is not his intention to do so." While a senior ministerial source stated, "This is clear evidence that a certain group of MPs will stop at nothing to keep us in the EU."